Hello again, YouTube. This is the Truth Man. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping, All Subjects channel. Real quick announcement. So today I'm going to do something different. Like I'm going to do the Sunday sermon, but I got some more material that I'm going to put on YouTube because you guys need to start, my subscribers, whoever, you need to start supporting like they support these other guys. And nothing against none of these other guys. I ain't hating on them, but some of these dudes is a joke. I'm a prophet. I know what they do. The Most High done showed me. These dudes be on drugs. They be drunkards. They don't know how to drink in moderation. They be popping pills, all kind of stuff. And y'all just be flooding them with money. Where's y'all discernment? They be taking y'all money, paying for sex, all type of stuff. But then y'all come on my platform and yeah, you'll comment, but you won't support. That's why the super thanks is there. You can give super thanks. That's why I got my Cash App in the description. Y'all think amounts are too small, or there's no such thing. You telling me you don't think enough of the things I say for $1? I know I'm better than you. The difference with me, I don't know how to do all that editing stuff. When I get an editor, when I find somebody that's going to edit for me, then you're going to see the depth of my content. So, again, like what we going to do, I'm going to put some videos on here. Next week, we're gonna start to go live a little bit more because I want to get a feel of the people that I'm dealing with. Because to be honest with you, I could go and move somewhere and start a church and just start teaching this, and people will show up. They'll show up. I just choose not to do it here for a number of reasons that I'm not even going to get into. You know, people can't say I ain't real, but all they'll do is try to bring up how I used to be, which don't even matter. And I think most of the people I know, they don't really be bringing up how I used to be. I be looking at some of the preachers they be following, and I be like, dude, you foul for that. You really are. People be foul. They be following rainbow dudes. They be following grifters. Just all kind of stuff. Like, it's like either they don't got no discernment or they on some foul stuff. Like they just trying to be where everybody else is at. So I'm going to get into my Sunday sermon content. Then I'm going to put this other content up. And it's going to slow down, man. You know, it's finna slow down. You know, I'm going to focus more on me writing these books. You know, it's not even about the money for me, but it's about the support. Like when I see people supporting these guys, like, man, how can your mind tell you to support a guy like that, but then not a guy like me? Like the people who know me vouch for me. You see, he knows me more than y'all. What did he say? He a man of God. I know you're a man of God. He knows me more than y'all do on YouTube. So y'all go by me talking about jagging and all this. Listen, I be transparent. I be telling y'all that because y'all be sitting up here giving these women power that God didn't give them to fulfill sexual desires that, to be honest, they ain't gonna go away. So you got to find another way to fill them than to be begging some woman who ain't into you like that. It ain't gonna be all that anyway. If you know anything about sex, you know that sex is better when the two people want to do it. But let's get into this. I want you to go to Matthew chapter 18. I want to show you something that I believe the Most High is showing me. Lately, I've been going through a couple trials and tribulations. Easy work, though. Easy. Because I've been going through trials and tribulations strong, off and on, for the last 20, 25 years. And I've learned how to handle it. In my situation, it's kind of good when you can't go to other people. It's kind of good when they don't care. Because that teaches you how to go to the Most High and or how to handle it yourself. But where y'all mess up, y'all be letting people off the hook. Y'all be letting people not be there for you, but then you try to be there for them. That's kind of along the lines of what we talking about today. Y'all got the wrong people around you. You dealing with the wrong people. This is why the Most High permits divorce. This is why and let's go here. These people try to act like every time a guy leaves, that he just don't care. He a deadbeat dad. He giving up on his family. And then y'all say when a guy tries to stay within the house and raise his kids and oversee his kid, oh, he trying to keep up appearances. Which ain't always the case either. Because my situation, Young Jeezy's situation, and possibly Dame Lillard's situation. Let's be honest, man. A lot of times, it be stuff going on behind the scenes that people don't know about. You married, y'all a team. Y'all supposed to do whatever it takes to make everything good. A guy with a wife should not be saying, he shouldn't even be able to say, man, it was better being a kid. If he's saying that, something is wrong. Even though I grew up in the 80s, and man, I'm going to tell you, people fought, bing, 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 bing. It wasn't all this little catty stuff that be happening at jobs. It's like I often talk about a situation I had with a kid in elementary school. We was trying not to fight so we can go on the field trip, but it was just too much. And then the day of the trip, me and him got to fight. These people now, for one, the police is a little bit more, how can I say this? They're a little bit more aggressive with their job. They're a little bit more serious about their job than I would say they were in the 90s. Like, we got away with a lot of stuff in the 90s. You ain't getting away. You can barely ride up the street with a tail light out. I be saying, I call it thirsty. Like, some of them just thirsty. Like, they just want to put people over and come up to them doing all this stuff. But I still believe in defend the police. They do a good job, man. You just got to be on your P's and Q's. So they come right up to you now and be like, you have any weapons in the car? Oh, yeah, I got a weapon, but I'm concealed carry. Man, I see the license. You better make sure you got it on you all the time. Because they will take you to jail and then mess your record up. So get out of that notion that, and then when you see a guy file for divorce, you already know what time it is. I don't care what nobody say. Because guys do not just be out to do that stuff. And for Dame Lillard to fall in 2 years after knowing her all that time, she had to be terrible. She switched up on him. She was terrible. Listen, man, when I tell you, guys do not be wanting no divorce. But it don't make sense to try to be with somebody that's not with you. And that you're not with. That's what we're talking about today. Matthew chapter 18. Let me show you. But it's finna get dry on here, man. It ain't a whole lot of the word of God on here, man. Like, it's a couple people that'll give you some words from God. Y'all can't afford to lose any of the people that be on here preaching that truth. So let's go to Matthew chapter 18. Listen what it says. 18:18 says this. This is the NASB. Truly I say to you, whatever you bind on earth shall be bound in heaven. And whatever you loose on earth shall have been loosed in heaven. Verse 19. Again, I say to you that if any two of you agree on earth about anything that they may ask, it shall be done for them by my Father who is in heaven. For where 2 or 3 have gathered together in my name, I am there in the midst. What is he saying? He's saying that agreement is how you get things done. Now, 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 14 says, do not be mismatched with unbelievers. For what do righteousness and lawlessness share together? Or what does light and darkness have in common? What is all these scriptures telling you? These scriptures are telling you that if you can't get around people that's gonna help you get things done, go by yourself somewhere. Because that's how you're gonna get it done. Like, for instance, this one reason why the Apostle Paul said, do not be mismatched with unbelievers is because you'll be praying for this thing right here. And they'll be believing that thing right there ain't gonna happen. This ain't just talking about, y'all think this talking about Christians and non-Christians. No, it's not. That ain't the only thing it's talking about. Because for one, a lot of people who in the Christian faith, they not even believers. Let's go here. They believe in things that are false, some of which. Some of them, they know how to believe. Some of them don't. If all of them were on one accord, do you know the magic, the power they would have? If you get a husband and a wife on one accord, do you know the power they'll have? You know why these jobs suck? Why these churches suck? Why these marriages suck? Because it's believer with unbeliever. When you're in a relationship, this is how it's supposed to be. You go by, what did the Most High say? He said, man shall have rule over you. Okay. What else he say? He said that women are the helpmate. They supposed to be a companion and a helper. Okay. What did he tell the man to do? He told the man to till, to dominate, to have dominion. Okay, so what about the guys that are married that don't have dominion in their house? All they're going to do, if they try to get dominion in the wrong way or too aggressively, they just going to call the police. That's people's solution for every freaking thing. Call the police. They could owe you some money. Let me tell you something that happened. Remember I told y'all about how I was charged something and then I paid for it in a different way because their system was messing up and they never paid me my money back. And so I went in there, I let them know about it. All they did, I heard them, if he didn't just call the police. Call the police for what? Give me my money back. Why do you need the police? The police are supposed to be for crime. People make the police for all the misconceptions and all the misbehaviors that they have. You done slapped your husband and ran in the bathroom. He trying to kick the door down because he's a fighter. You done set him off, and you in there calling the police on the phone. And you hit him first. That kind of stuff. I ain't talking about myself, so don't jump to no conclusion. There ain't nothing like that happen, ever. But that's what people do. I know police officers, they done told me. These women be lying on these guys, and when the truth come out, they end up in jail sometimes. The simp police officers still be trying to take their side. You know? So, you gotta be with people who believe. If you a preacher, you got a church, you gotta have people around you that believe in what you're doing and saying. That's where the substance is gonna come in. You know how the Bible says, faith is the substance of things hoped for. Let's talk about substance for a second. A molecule is two or more atoms connected by chemical bonds. Hey, listen, when the Most High create things, he used the same prototype that he created. He don't change nothing. Just like relationships supposed to be, they grow when the bond is there. If you don't got no bond, you don't got nothing. And we know that even from molecules. Let me read it again. A molecule is two or more atoms connected by chemical bonds. Hey, once the bond is gone, you try to stay there if you want to. Guess what you're going to be? You know how the scriptures say? You're going to be on the corner of the roof. You're going to be sleeping on the couch. You're going to be quitting that job. Because ain't no bond there. And then when you leave, it's like they be wanting you back. Look at Tia Mowry. I shouldn't have never, I don't see why I even, see? She thought that she was going to form a bond with somebody else because her husband wasn't good enough for her. That's where y'all mess up too. We're going to get into that with this other content. Y'all get to misjudging what you have. He'll have money problem. Instead of you helping him, you lose respect for him, you quit on him, and you start planning for the next guy. But he was a protector, he was this, he was this, he was this. I heard Coach Greg talking about this. How people be thinking they're going to get everything from the next person, and the only thing they end up getting is what you told them your ex didn't provide. That's why you shouldn't be talking about your ex to people you trying to get with. You should be like, why are you asking these questions? What are you going to do? So, nothing is good enough no more. The bond is gone. The bond is supposed to be getting stronger. You know how when a tree grows, right? It starts out as just some roots together. And as it's watered, so on and so forth, it grows. This is one tree I'm looking at with a bunch of branches on it. I can't see the roots, but I know the roots. If the roots wasn't right, the tree wouldn't have grew. See, y'all be trying to be in a relationship, working these jobs, and y'all go around these people who don't believe in you They don't respect you. That's what it's talking about. It's not just talking about church and believing in God. Do not be unequally yoked together, believers with unbelievers. Sometimes you got to leave your family. They don't believe in you like that. They'll mess around and be part of the reason why you don't get things done. You got to leave coworkers, friends. You notice how when this is crazy. My whole entire life, right? Whole entire life. Friends, every level. Head Start, 6th grade, every level. When I start believing and following the scripture and following the Most High, all those dudes scattered. But you know what? That's what they were supposed to do. Because if they don't believe in me and my faith and they don't believe in the Most High, we ain't supposed to be together. In a marriage, if they don't believe in you, you're not supposed to be with them, man. You don't try to, listen, y'all know how, y'all know how I be telling y'all that take for instance, when you are doing something, right? And we talk about this all the time. You have to either go ahead and do it by yourself. Y'all know I be talking about all the time how you got to enjoy yourself. You got to learn how to be by yourself. Because if you got people around you who don't believe in what you're doing or believe in you, that's why I said even with this channel, let me pick up my notes. I said even with this channel, I'm about to kind of switch up how I do things. Because, yeah, I hear from people. But when I was doing lives, they wasn't there. And they wasn't supporting. You go in anybody's live, anybody I'm subscribed to, I see people supporting. What that tells me is either y'all all agents, possibly. And if you're not an agent, I'm just finna throw some things out there. It's some bots. Or y'all just don't believe in what I'm doing and saying like that. Maybe you say, well, I don't got it like that. If I did, man, you could go small. I have 1,621 subscribers, I believe. Think about it. If I go live and 100 of y'all in there, and even 10 of y'all just decided to do something, do y'all realize how encouraging that is for me to just keep? Because I'm telling you, you know why I call myself No Matrix? Y'all haven't even found out yet. I haven't put even 20% of the depth of what I know and what I know about on YouTube. Because I look at it like all that's going to happen is these guys with all that support, they're going to be sneak watching. And then they're going to be taking it to their channel. And I'm going to be looking like, man, I made that up. He ain't make that up. I can show you a whole bunch of stuff I done made up. Who's keeping score? Didn't get that from nobody. Recreational use. Didn't get that from nobody. Panda Bear. Didn't get that from nobody. First person to start using the word grifting on YouTube. I watched Outwitting the Devil, and I came back on YouTube talking about grifters. I ain't hear nobody talking about that before that. It's a lot of innovative stuff that I and others add to this space. But you're supposed to share it with the teacher, man. You know, because to be honest with you, I could go and I can create my own website, go get me a build and just talk. Over time, people will start showing up. The beginning stages be rough, but people will start showing up over time. So that's how a molecule is formed. The smallest of any type of substance or matter is formed by a bond, by a chemical bond. So look at what he was saying. Again, I say to you, like it wasn't even the first time he said it, that if two of you agree on earth about anything that they may ask. Some people don't even pray. Let me show you what goes on. Let me show you what goes on. Women don't be knowing it, but they be turning the kids against the father sometimes. And if you're not careful as fathers, you'll do the same thing. But it's like y'all supposed to be, when y'all pray, like if a husband and his wife pray, in her mind, she's supposed to be respecting and believing in that man. And believing for the thing to happen too. See, I'm telling you, man, no matter what you believe, what you try to manifest individually, if you are a couple that are one believes, one don't, this person don't believe in that person, it's going to manifest negativity. And that negativity will spill over into your individual manifestation, but you can't blame the other person because you didn't have to stay. Some people, it's probably better for your kids if you leave. Once a person quit on you, man, it ain't nothing you could do. Don't be sad. Just focus on your life and what you want in life. Because it happens all the time. Yeah, okay, do y'all really think, look at all these guys. God, it's worser. It's worser. See, you can try to put on appearances and stuff in public all you want. But all I got to look at is all of these guys breaking up with these women, divorcing these women. You know what it tells me? They got a foul attitude somewhere. They probably dangling sex over, and you're like, wait a minute. I gotta beg you for, I can come out, what? Then this is what they do. They play the religious card. Yeah, but God, and you gonna be sinning. You can't, hey, listen, y'all women better recognize this. You can't outwit the Most High. When you try to condemn your husband, especially in situations where some of y'all, you was halfway performing. You halfway perform sex. You fully perform arguments and playing the victim and stuff like that. You don't support anything he's trying to do. And then you want to bring up God like the Most High going to be against him if he get with somebody else. Stop it. Hey, I see you, Satan. I see you. I already know you XX, Satan. So when a woman is not being the person that the Most High created her to be in that relationship, she's being the person. It's like chemical. Remember I told you, chemical bonds form molecules. The devil know that. The Most High know that. So what does the devil do? The devil want to get y'all divided. And once the devil got you divided, it's going to be hard to come back together. That's how the devil do. But people don't understand that. Instead, they believe in keeping discord in their life. And they wonder why you could be on your job 20, 30 years and not even have $20,000. All the money you make, and you don't even got $20,000. Part of it could be your relationships. Your relationships at work, your relationship at home, you unequally yoked. And like I said, this goes in every category. Not just what you believe about God. It's life in general. Why you think he said anything you ask on earth? So what you got to do is, if you can't get people around that, this is what I noticed, man. One reason why people can come to the United States and get rich, but the people in the United States can't, is exactly what I'm talking about. They come over here in agreement. They bring their friends, their family in agreement, and they all share their goals. I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you. They support each other. Look at the churches. Look at the Christian churches back in the early 2000s. How they was down for them preachers, even though a lot of them wasn't right. Look how their churches were. Look how their churches were prospering in the community. Now it's YouTubers that's prospering like that more than these churches, because they have people who believe in them and who support them. If I write a book right now, which I got books, and nobody buys it, it's not gonna, no matter what's in that book, it's not gonna seem helpful and valid because nobody supported it. Whereas some books, I be reading some books sometime, I be like, man, this not good. This is like basic information. But it be on the bestsellers list. So it has that stamp of approval with people. This is how the Antichrist is going to get people with the mark of the beast and all that. Because y'all don't know who, what, and how to follow it. Who, what, and how to have, or who and what to have around, who to have around. Y'all don't be knowing. That's why I be looking at it like I'm cool with being by myself. I'm cool with it. I'd rather be by myself than with other people who don't believe in me like that. Don't believe in what I'm doing, not trying to support what I'm doing. That's why I like being by myself. Because when you with other people, it's like you trying to prove yourself to them. And some of them, you'll never be, no matter what you do or say, you'll never be able to prove yourself. Because they done already formed their opinion about you. And negative perception is hard to break. That's how Biden won. Negative perception. It wasn't because he got in those debates and had a plan. It wasn't because he seemed so articulate. It was because of negative perception. People wanted Trump out of there, and they was willing to do anything, including cheat. But that's all I got, because I got other stuff. I got a couple things I want to get on here. I'm going to do it today. That's it. That's all, y'all.